You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts J. Hove, Weezy, Jeff, and Coach Locke. Please enjoy the show.
Dancing in again this week. Hey. Okay. Two vac Shakur in the building. Two of them vacs. Jeff, you two vac too.
Yeah, big vac.
Big vac.
Yeah.
Only
big
for the big vacs.
No vac.
No vac. Steve Novak.
Steve Novak.
Steve Novak. Hey, that's funny as hell.
That's funny.
Steve Novak
is funny.
Yeah. Novak. What size you wearing? Crocs?
9.5, but they don't make 9. They don't make half size.
What you wearing slides? I'm saying what you getting slides?
10.
10. Got it. What you wear?
12.
A 12.
Yeah. I wear around.
Cameraman. 10. You at 10 now? Cap. Oh, okay. 10. Okay.
Yeah, 9.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Unless you can find a 9.5.
No, that ain't no 9.5. Listen. Watch. Just you guys wait for sure.
Can we wear the slide thing on the back?
Oh no. Don't do that. No. That's in attack mode. Never in attack mode. Oh jeez. Let me know. Let me know when you're in attack mode. Some real shit going down. Don't do that. Do that to you. That's a whole nother story. You guys ready to start this podcast?
Let's go, man. Let's do it.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan, and this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am J. Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What it do? What up?
What's happening, guys? How you feel, man?
I'm good, man. 2 vacs.
2 vacs?
Yeah, I'm good.
Did it take you down today?
No.
You was good.
I was good. You got it today, Jeff?
I got water.
I don't know. It was quick. I ain't know she did it. I was like, man, she.
Your arm was hurt a little bit though.
Yeah, definitely that.
Oh, you good then? Yeah, that's the vaccine. Yeah. Steve Novak. Steve Novak still in the building. that's funny as hell. That's really funny. Episode 363. We're predicting the best case scenarios for the top players in the 2021 NFL Draft.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
Better damn know it.
Better than believe it.
Let's kick it off, man. Best of the week, Weezy. What you got?
Best of the week for me is at work this week, man. It was busy as hell. I made a lot of money this week.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Yeah, for sure.
That's my best. I made a lot of money this week.
I see you, Steve. What about you, Jeff?
Man, the WNBA's new Nike jerseys, man, for the 25th year, man. Those jerseys are flames.
Yeah.
Definitely need to go and cop me one. I got my eye on one.
Yes,
I'm
okay.
gonna pick up. But yeah.
I see you. You gonna put it up in the studio?
I might wear it. I'm gonna wear it first.
Wear it first. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I heard you. Oh, my best of the week. We didn't get to talk about it. Is the Tennessee State men's basketball program getting a big recruit in Hersey Miller. I'm excited for the program. Lost some players, but we gained a lot. And up and up for my.
They got some bread coming too.
Yes, one more time.
They got some bread coming.
Hey, now
it might be illegal to say.
The Tennessee.
No, I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay.
Tennessee State University as a whole. Yeah. Was awarded between $140 million all the way up to close to $600 million bucks.
Yeah.
I hope they get closer to that $600 million.
Yeah.
Need that. Yeah. Man, they
some
need
improvements need to be had.
Oh my God, in the worst way for sure. Definitely best. We shout out to TSU, man. Shout out to Coach Penny. My alma mater, man. Feels
Land
good.
of the golden sunshine.
Sure, most definitely. I gotta start pumping my guys a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying?
Pause.
Pause.
Pumping my guys. Pumping my guys. We got to pause.
No, we're just pumping.
Okay, all right.
Like Jeff, that's not a. Come on, we need a pause police in here.
No, we do.
Think of what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
If somebody say something, you pump me up.
I will do that.
That's what I'm saying.
They see how bad it's getting down. Yeah, okay.
Get a little weird. I'm gonna take that one out. Worst of the week, Jeff. What you got? What's your worst of the week?
Oh man, I think it might be definitely me and you. Probably the same. Yeah, we lost a legend today, man. Shout out to Dark Man X. Shout out to Earl Simmons. For sure. It's tough, but silver lining on a selfish note. Listening to some old music, man. We grew up at a great time.
Sure the hell did.
Remember Posse Cuts? Remember like done started something. 24 Hours to Live.
Come on, man. Posse Cuts
when everybody tried to tear each other's head off on the verse.
Come on, man.
We grew up in a great time, man.
The only thing they ain't doing none of that.
Nah, I ain't know that.
I ain't heard a Posse Cut.
Nah.
Shit.
A good remix.
Posses don't even like each other. Whole QC don't even like each other.
It's true.
Yeah, it's a whole hip hop podcast. You can hear about that.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them for sure. Weezy, what you got, buddy?
I'm a third that man. Shout out to not shout out to DMX, but
Shout out to X. Man.
Rest in peace, man. And Twitter, man. Twitter's rough.
Twitter's a rough place. Twitter's rough.
Twitter's rough, man.
I mean, I think it was. We'll talk about that off the air.
You can't control Twitter.
No, you can only hope to contain it.
Yeah, you can't even do that.
If Twitter get a hold of something.
Whew.
Man, hope it never gets hold of them. Nothing. Whew, my goodness.
Hey, delete your old tweets, Weezy. Whatever old tweets you got, delete them now.
And Weezy, you need to delete a lot of stuff because it's very bad spelling and just some very crude stuff that was saying. So please delete.
Here's some bad spelling on my tweets.
Bad spelling for sure.
I mean well though. I sure did.
Yeah, you do mean well. You mean well.
That's all that matters.
I mean well.
You mean well for sure. My words week is Steve Harvey, man. People are at Steve Harvey's neck, man, for his hosting job, the Versus battle. Listen, guys. Yeah. Steve Harvey was on stage with his childhood heroes, dude. Yeah. I thought he did a great job. He was just excited. Yeah. Can you imagine the first time? Say if you had Allen Iverson and he came on the podcast, man.
I need 2 takes. I need a take. Do I get all that out? I ask some questions that don't need to be asked, like how you felt when you stepped over Tyronn Lue. You know what I'm saying? I need all that. We have a real interview after that.
It was the first time I actually saw Steve be human.
Yeah.
In at least 15, 20 years.
Yeah. He wasn't a puppet.
Yeah, he was being himself, 100%, man. You know how excited I'd be if I was on a Versus battle hosting Jay and Nas Versus?
Give me Drake. I'd rather host Drake.
We know. Drake against whoever.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
It don't even matter.
It don't matter.
Give me that Marvin's Room. Go.
One time.
We threw a party. Yeah, we threw a party.
Yeah.
It just came over. Yeah, we threw a party.
Hey.
I was just calling because they was just leaving.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
You rusty. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Just search Full Sport Press Podcast.
And don't forget to support the Realville Family Patreon page. It features Full Sport Press, fresher than your average, and On Deck TV, and much, much more. Be on the lookout to join the team. Support the team, man. Support the real.
Yes, sir.
Jeff.
Yes, sir.
You have 10 good wrestling seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start the clock.
Guys, biggest weekend in the wrestling world.
I knew it.
It's WrestleMania weekend, guys. I got to start off on a bad note. Shout out to Wale. Wale is my guy. I think Jay, he's your guy.
Yeah, Wale Mania. Yeah.
Wale Mania is this weekend. He released some merch.
Yeah, did you get something?
Jay, it stopped at an XL. Now, Wale...
you got to tweet him about that.
If there's any section of fans that needs the Husky Nation represented, it's wrestling fans.
What the hell is Wale thinking?
You can't stop. Like,
I gotta tweet him about
that. That hurt. Like, I was there ready to purchase at least three
items.
Yeah, a hoodie, a couple of tees. The hoodies were fire. The tees were fire. But stop that. Nah, can't do nothing with that. Not at all. You know with the XL. Nah.
You can't do nothing with that.
Well, let's move on. WrestleMania's 2-night event, cameraman. 2-night event, Saturday and Sunday.
It went 2 nights now?
2 nights.
God, ain't
in Tampa Bay Stadium.
Live.
Open. People in attendance. Sold out. With
both
restrictions. Both nights, but with restrictions, but sold out. All right, got 3 matches, quick matches. First, Sasha Banks, the women's champion, versus Bianca Belair for all the marbles on Saturday night. The main event on night 1. Who gets the W? Weezy.
Sasha Banks.
Who's the champion?
Sasha Banks is the champion.
Yeah. I'm going Bianca Belair, dog.
I'll say this, and I'll let you pick over again, Weezy. I meant to say this. Sasha Banks has never won a WrestleMania match.
Nah. Ain't no duo.
I'm still going Sasha Banks.
Okay. You going Bianca, Jay?
Yeah.
Who would you go with?
Yeah,
I'm going.
You can't vote.
Okay, I can't vote.
Yeah, it's
I'm
over.
done.
Who would you go with?
Who I would go with is Sasha. I want Bianca to win, though. But I think Sasha gets something.
Lost.
Okay, next match. For the Raw Universal Championship, we got the champion, Bobby Lashley, versus Drew McIntyre. J-Hove, who gets the W?
Bobby Lashley.
Weezy.
I got to go with Bobby Lashley, but I ain't going to let him win.
Okay, and for the main event of night 2, Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Roman Reigns, the champ, for the SmackDown Championship. Weezy, who gets the W?
Edge. They gonna give Edge a belt before he get up out of there.
Ooh, that's a good. I ain't mad at that. J-Ho.
I'm going Daniel Bryan. That's my favorite wrestler.
Okay. And that is who gets the W WrestleMania edition, guys.
Will you buy some Daniel Bryan merch, Jay?
Is Daniel Bryan the one that dates a African American woman?
No.
He thinks one of the Bella twins.
He dates one of the Bella twins.
He says yes.
He's the yes.
I know he's the yes guy. What's the name of the guy that dates an African American lady?
That's a couple of them. Jay Uso.
Man, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it's one of those.
Make sure you tune in each and every Thursday
Mm-hmm.
for the 808s and Chair Shots podcast. Myself, shout out to Neat. And always remember, you may not like it, but your auntie loves wrestling.
Most definitely, man. Yeah. She most definitely does. Now, tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
That the revolution will be podcast. And before we start the first half, Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I do. This week's award recipient is J-Boy, the truth.
My God, now.
The truth. Told the truth live on there. Paul Pierce.
Yep. Paul Pierce is a free agent, guys. If you didn't know, he decided to go live on IG over the weekend and featured Paul Pierce smoking what looks like weed and exotic dancers twerking in the back as people played poker. And everybody was watching in amazement. An astounding 300 people were logged into his live watching that. ESPN saw the video on Monday, and the Cable Sports Network ended its working relationship with Paul Pierce. Pierce was making $1.5 million a year with ESPN. Now, the racy nature of the live stream was likely a breaking point for ESPN, a company that's owned by family-friendly Disney. Also, Pierce and others in the video did not appear to have a mask in sight. It's a big no-no if you're following COVID protocols. That's set up through the network. Here's the reason that he received this yellow box of Cheerios. Because I think everything he else did was pretty cool, right? Paul Pierce made everybody sign NDAs when they got into the building. But after he did that, he decided to go live on his Instagram for 300 people to see it.
Yeah.
Why the hell you got everybody sign NDAs and then you put a camera up?
I didn't understand that move, man. I didn't understand, like, what's he doing? Everybody has a good. What's he doing?
I know what it is.
When I saw the NDA part, I said, "Now, Paul, what are we doing? This is hustling backwards. Like, what are we doing?
Like, that's 2 games. That's 2 games you playing.
Like, what?
I know what it is.
Okay,
what is it? Please tell me.
Paul Pierce wanted somebody to see that. It was a female.
And he's out here living.
He's trying to get back.
I don't need you.
I don't need you. Look what I got going on. But Paul Pierce is washed. And he doesn't realize how stupid he actually looked doing that.
Him and the 300. Should he be upset at one of those 300 people who screen recorded that? Because we never would have known. Nobody ever would have known about that. It was 300 people in that live.
Now listen, bro. That was gonna get out. You work for Disney.
You know what? I ain't said this in a while, but you don't get a back like that. You don't get a back like that, Paul Pierce.
You don't get a back like that.
You don't get a back like that.
Hey man, Friday night going into Saturday morning was a weird night.
Yeah.
As the X happened.
Yeah.
And then Paul Pierce out here wild.
Paul Pierce wild. Brenda Letitia. Shout out to Brenda Letitia. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's what Paul Pierce. She's trying to get back to Brenda Letitia.
She coming back, but he ain't gonna back like that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get her back like that. Let me tell you why. Because he didn't even look comfortable.
Nah, he didn't. That was the thing. He didn't look like. It's not the first time he went live.
It was scripted.
Like,
that was
all. You got
scripted.
the alert if you follow Paul Pierce. Like Paul Pierce going live. Like I ain't checking that out.
He reading it, talking about we in L.A. Pull up, Smokey. I'm like,
who?
Yeah, he told. He said, if you want to make some money, come through.
And he was inviting other women to come.
But you made them sign in. Weezy, how you get into him, dog?
That might have to. That might better be a drone.
You might have to drone
that. Might have to be.
I'm just disappointed, man, because he an OG. OGs can't move like that, man.
That didn't make.
Yeah, that's one of the things where you know I'm gonna jump up here, come and step in office, man. I really don't want to do this, but here.
Yeah, you got to move a little bit more strategic than that. And I know you mad at something.
Yeah,
but she laughed at you, fam.
As she should.
Miss Pierce laughed at her. I know
as,
what it was
as
about.
she should.
Yeah, because we laughed.
Because we all laughed. Because that made no sense.
That didn't make a lick of sense for sure. You guys ready to get started with the first half?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am J Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's what Weezy, what it do?
Weezy, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
FSP_Weezy on IG. I'm at How Weezy on Twitter.
Holla at you.
Please.
For For sure. What about you, Jeff?
I'm Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been quiet on Twitter. You ain't been doing too much talking. I don't know what's up
I've
with
been
you.
out of there.
You been busy?
Nah, it's just didn't been nothing to talk about. I was on there for the women's championship. We're gonna talk about that.
We're
Right
gonna talk
now.
about that real soon. Yeah, for sure. And I'm J Hove on Instagram and Twitter. Let's have a conversation on Twitter, man.
You been back to the chatty house?
Nah,
It's over with.
that shit dead.
It's
dead.
dead.
That shit was the shortest run I've ever seen of anything.
It got overhyped.
That shit was smoked out, man. That's crazy. All right, let's kick the first half off with some March Madness talk. The Baylor Bears, Stanford Cardinals, 2021 basketball champions. The Cardinal outlasted Wildcats, bringing Tara Vanderveer her first championship since 1992. Yeah. She still was getting champion. Hey, listen, she was getting 5-star recruits and ain't won shit since 92. That's crazy. And the Baylor Bears and Scott Drew won their first NCAA championship in school history by blitzing the undefeated Gonzaga Bulldogs. Weezy have get about that. What would you give the 2021 NCAA tourney for a letter grade A through F, Jeff?
The women's was an A. Exceeded expectations. They gave the women's college basketball a stamp, and I think it's to the moon from here for women's college basketball. After that, they made stars going into the WNBA. It was fun to watch. Men's tournament, C plus.
C plus.
Okay.
What about you, Jeff? I mean, Weezy.
Actually, I like what Jeff said because the women's tournament, the NCAA, they tried to shit on them. They gave them,
terrible amenities,
terrible facilities, and they ended up having the best tournament in a long time.
Yeah,
sure.
And the men's tournament was good, but it was predictable towards the end.
Really wasn't.
Towards a lot of number one seeds. It's like 2 number one seeds in the final game.
But I'm saying some people pick Baylor, clearly. Yeah. So yeah, okay. I give the women's an A plus for sure. I give the guys, I'll say it's above average. So C plus. Yeah, C plus. C minus for sure. Gonzaga just didn't have enough, y'all. They're a mid-major program, and they look like the recruits. When you bring in your bench players and they're 2 and 3 stars, and another school is bringing in 4 or 5 stars. Listen, man, this is the thing. Weezy, we talk about this all the time. SEC football. You play an SEC football team, right?
Okay.
You got to sub.
True.
Or you're going to have to sub.
True.
And once you sub and you are MTSU, no disrespect to MTSU. Okay. Vanderbilt, let's say Vanderbilt.
Okay.
That bench player, he's a 2-star.
Yeah.
And Florida's subbing in another 4 star. And that is the epitome of what happened for sure. And
I think you're being nice. Yeah. Gonzaga was the most overrated no-loss team I've ever seen.
Man, they had a good squad. They just weren't battle tested.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. They got hit in the mouth from tip-off and did not respond. And you could tell they have never experienced that before.
And the refs tried their best to keep in the game.
Keep that game close. And they couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
And as far as the women's game, Stanford's loaded. They can bring him back next year. They lose Williams.
Yes, sir.
And they lose Anna Wilson. Shout out to Russell Wilson.
Shout out.
But UConn and South Carolina, loaded next year.
Loaded again.
Loaded, dog.
Yeah.
I've never been more excited about a women's basketball season as I am coming up into the fall for women's basketball. Speaking on FSP news, we had a bracket challenge.
Yes, we did.
Yep. Shout out to Brent. My guy Brent Intelligence for winning the 2021 NCAA March Madness Bracket Challenge. Shane placed second. Lou came in third.
Yep.
Jaya placed fourth.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody that participated. Brent, got something coming for you, dog.
Yes, sir.
Give you a call, ring, text, something. We got to get you squared away, though, for sure. Yeah, be in contact with you this week.
Back to that championship game real quick.
Go ahead.
That championship game, it was like this. When you playing somebody in Madden or somebody that you know that you can beat.
Gotcha.
You know it's no problem for you to beat. That's what Baylor was. They knew that was better than that team.
They knew it.
Yeah, they knew it, and they couldn't beat them. I told Jay, I told Locke.
I knew he was gonna go through this.
No, I told Jay, I told Locke. I said, if Gonzaga gets to the championship, I'm betting against Gonzaga and not even worrying about it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a game I didn't really watch a basketball all season.
Yeah.
We know.
And I said, I'm betting against Gonzaga and I wasn't even worried about it.
You shouldn't be. They were the most overrated no-loss team I've ever seen.
Yeah,
they didn't have.
That's a good team, though, y'all. Don't shit on them like that. That's a good team. It's just their bench. They just only had 6 good players, and Baylor had 8. That's it.
Okay. Well, shout out to that freshman. He didn't shell up.
He's a dog.
He didn't shell up.
He's a dog.
He was still fighting then.
He's a dog. Watch a little bit more college basketball.
I understand what you guys. I understand what you're saying, Jay. But I'm going to go off what Weezy said. They were in preparation for this game and saw something on film and said they can't beat us.
They didn't want it, Jeff.
No, definitely didn't want it. They definitely didn't want it. From tip off, Baylor knew whatever they was going to do. We knew when we get in their face, it's going to be a whole different ball game.
Davion Mitchell is a league dude, man. It goes back to people playing both sides of the ball. That boy straight up strappy out there. He was sliding. He was cha-cha sliding, for sure.
All right, man. Let's move on to the NFL, guys. So, guys, 3 years ago, New York Jets said, you know what? Sam Darnold, you're our guy. Oh, but Monday came, and they realized, you know what? Carolina Panthers, he's going to be your guy. So, in return, the Carolina Panthers traded the number 3 overall draft pick Sam Darnold was the number 3 overall draft pick in 2018, and they traded a 6th rounder in the 2021 draft and a 2nd and a 4th rounder in 2022 from the Panthers to the Jets for Sam Darnold. Who won this trade, Jay?
Sam Darnold won this trade, dog. I agree. He escaped the Big Apple.
Okay.
3 turbulent seasons, like you mentioned. He gets a resolution, dog. He gets to play with Matt Rule. Okay. He gets a quarterback whispering. Weezy's got Joe Brady. Listen, I think he's he'll be a head coach next year. I guarantee it. Up and coming call players. He just, what he did with Joe Burrow, he threw 60 touchdowns at LSU? This is the thing. You get Christian McCaffrey, who he's never had. Gets DJ Moore. He's never had a wide receiver even that good. And he gets Robbie Anderson, who he killed with a couple of years ago with the Jets, man. So I think, man, you look at Sam Darnold, you'll see the best of Sam Darnold. I've been saying this. He's not really a good quarterback, but Joe Brady can make any regular quarterback look great. He's going to look great in that system, man. I feel bad for my guy, though, Teddy Two Gloves. He didn't deserve this. But it's another testament, Weezy. Injuries can ruin your career.
Whatever makes you sleep at night.
Okay.
But listen, Sam Darnold, like Jay said, he should have, like, that night when he got traded, he should have, like, hey, let's put someone on the grill, because he got rid of Adam Gase and went to Joe Brady. Let's just put this in perspective. Like, you see what Ryan Tannehill did in Miami?
Okay.
And look what he did now in Titans. It's a difference.
Okay.
And they thought Ryan Tannehill was done. It's a difference. Sam Darnold is he's their franchise quarterback. He's gonna be there.
So he beats Teddy Two Gloves for the job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Teddy Two Gloves will not be. He'll never play in another game with Carolina Panthers. He's gonna be traded. He'll be traded to draft. And you get like some stability, dog. Matt Rule has a 6-year contract. Joe Brady will be there. Bro, like, you got some stability. There's never stability in New York, period. Jets, Giants, it don't matter.
Is Teddy Two Gloves the best backup in the league right now?
No. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
This might be the starter for the football team.
Nah, they finna get a killer there.
They're gonna do him the same way they did him with. They thought they had a killer in Miami.
Oh, that's true. And they got a killer in Miami, my guy.
No,
I was about to say something.
No, they don't.
Okay,
No, they don't.
Let them live though, Jeff, because they don't got a killer in Miami.
Okay. Before we get started with halftime, I'm really excited about that. Let's talk some college basketball. Welcome to the new era of college sports, guys. As of Monday afternoon, there are 1,300 plus names in the NCAA portal. In case you were wondering, there are over 800 women's basketball players in the portal as well, which is also a new record. Good. That number will continue to grow after everybody graduates in May. There are 347 if you were counting Division I schools with a men's basketball program. If you divide that number of players in the portal by colleges and universities, quick math, Weezy, that is 3.5 players per institution.
God, I thought you were asking me that. Like, we're from the struggle. It's going to be a long shit. It's going to be a long show.
For sure. What does this mean for the future of college basketball, guys?
College basketball, if it wasn't already in trouble, it's in trouble. Like, this is horrible. It speaks to the institution, how it's ran, how, again, I want these kids to be empowered as much as they can be. True enough. So I'm not knocking the transfer portal, but I'm knocking the way it's set up and how it's easy, how easy it is. And at some point, the NCAA's got to do an overhaul of everything when it comes to college basketball, excuse me.
Yeah, I agree. Because college basketball, like, they The one and done rule I don't like. They should make the kids at least play 2 years because it's not because the one and done the one and dones are so good. Once they leave, the team is horrible. In the transfer portal, it holds them players. It don't hold them accountable. They can always dip. And some coaches always in their ear saying, "Hey, you can come here and play. You can come here and start," which they probably could, but they can always dip.
I mean, it's just AAU all over again. It's the AAU culture, but it's in college basketball. Since you were in middle school now, high school phenoms, they change club teams every year. I want to play EYBL, so you go play with Brad Beal. And this is the thing. Everybody thinks grass is green on the other side. And the team that just won a national championship, the Baylor Bears, had 4 starters that were at a previous university. I got a solution, though. I think I have a small solution to kind of fix this. I think it's will work. You can have the one-time transfer waiver. All right, so you can transfer one time, but you would have to set out. It would have to be It would have to be after your sophomore year. So you have to do 2 years, and then you can transfer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if you transfer prior to that, you have to sit out the season because it's a free for all if you don't do it prior to that, dog.
And I think they're looking the other way because there used to be restrictions against all of this, right?
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. It used to be if you transfer, you have to sit out a year unless you had a medical hardship or family hardship.
Yeah.
That was it.
So they're making exceptions for all of this right now. I think if they were able to allow players to use their likeness, I think this ceases a little bit. Like they've got to bend. They're choosing to bend on this and not bend on the main thing that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's why this is becoming such a thing because now it's a kid that he may not even be. I don't know. I don't want to say he's not good enough, but a kid that's not playing at the school that he's playing. He was recruited for originally. Now he's going to play for another school. Of course, we want you to get as most looks as possible, but let's be honest. And I'm speaking from somebody who's not as deep into college basketball as you are. More so high school and pros for me. College basketball sucks.
It sucked this year. It was bad this year. But
last year too.
No, it wasn't that bad.
COVID helped last year.
No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was COVID.
Anything positive about COVID, but COVID saved a bad NCAA season last year.
The problem is these kids. For example, we got Walker Kessler played in North Carolina. He leaves North Carolina. He says, "I'm leaving. Has nothing to do with North Carolina. It's my dream school. I'm leaving strictly because of basketball." He did not want to wait to play. Because he had to wait to see Daron Sharp was gonna leave, and he would have been the starting 4-man. Dog, why don't you just stick it out? Just stick through the and I think if there's a stipulation that says, "Hey, you have to stay 1 year and you have to sit out," it's the fact of not sitting out a year, which has 1,300 people, 1,400 including the girls, transferring.
I just think try not to sound like the old man saying, "Get off my yard." The game is hurt by this because these kids are not getting better. You're transferring to play on another team and not make yourself a better ball player.
You ain't gonna fix that though, Joe. You're not gonna fix that. I mean, if there's nothing you can do unless you say, "Hey, you have to stay 2 years."
Then yes, they need to do though. Just like college football with the freshmen, they got to play at least 3 years.
This kid's gonna be in this draft. BJ Boston, for example, terrible at Kentucky this year. He needs to come back to college.
Yeah.
Guess what? He's in the draft.
I know.
He's in the draft. He does not need to be in the draft. You know why he can't leave? I mean, he doesn't want to come back? Because he stays another year in Kentucky. Somebody else is coming there.
His spot's gone.
Yeah.
And that's another thing with coaches. That's what I was going to say. Is like with coaches, they've got to be a little more transparent with these kids. Like, look, man, there's somebody coming after you. So you're going to have to earn it after this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it.
That's why Roy retired. Roy was like, "Wait, you leaving because
definitely
you don't what?" He's like, "No, I'm out."
And I'm telling you, the NBA, the players, the NBA right now, the NBA, you gotta be so good to get in the NBA. That potential shit is wearing thin. Like just to say, he'll be good in a couple of years. That ain't
working on.
It really ain't.
That shit over with. Yeah, it's over with. Yeah. Just to be like this bunch of kids that's playing in the G League right now, 5-star players.
Yeah. And they gonna be there in the G League.
And they gonna be there.
They're gonna be in the G League.
Like Moses Brown. That plays for the OKC Thunder.
Yeah.
5-star. Went to UCLA, played with Jalen Hands, Alonzo Ball and all them. Guess what? Dude, he had to go to the G League. He was a 5-star. Top 10 player in his class.
But that's speaking to what I'm saying is that we're doing a disservice to the kids not developing their games. Mm-hmm. To me. And that's just me. If you watch enough college basketball, there's no flow, there's no movement, there's one shot, miss, 3 ball, Baylor won to me. They drove to the rack.
Now Baylor won to me because
they drove to the rack.
Nah, Baylor, they coach let them go. They
let
like
them go.
AAU, but he let them boys go.
Let them go.
Them boys was hooping.
But that's what I'm saying. But they were confident. They were confident enough in their scheme and understood what they were doing. Everybody knew their role on their team.
The worst thing that happened is Baylor winning the national championship with 4 players that played at a different school because they're like, man, I can just go somewhere else and we can link and do this at another school.
That's true.
That's the worst thing that happened. We can talk about this all day.
True
man.
enough. True
You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
We're at the midway point. Please enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime, in case you missed it. Now, for years, NFL players have been restricted to certain jersey numbers depending on position. Next month, NFL owners are expected to vote on a proposal that would expand jersey number options for certain positions. The new rule, which is given to us by the Kansas City Chiefs, would allow running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, linebackers, and defensive backs to wear numbers including single digits like college. Which big names might actually change their numbers if given the chance, Weezy?
I know who needs to change that number quick.
Who?
Alvin Kamara. He needs to change it tomorrow.
Yeah, that number's nasty.
That 41 is horrible.
Disgusting.
That's
the
his
worst.
joint, though.
Yeah.
That's the worst number in the NFL.
That's a fullback.
It's one of those numbers. It's like Alvin Kamara's cold, but ain't no kids trying to be 41 like Alvin Kamara.
Nah, it don't even look good. Yeah, he need to go back to 6. 6 is nasty. 6 is nasty.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm with that, Weezy.
That's number 1, Weezy. Yeah, I like that. I like Odell. Odell need to go back to 3.
Definitely go back to 3. That was my one. Odell go back to 3.
Yeah. Zeke back to 15.
I like Odell 13.
Nah. Cause you talking about reach back like 1-3.
Well, I like 1.
He might have to stay. Yeah, because you got to reach back like 1. You got to reach back like 1.
got you.
Zeke to 15 though. Zeke need to come back to 15.
And the midriff.
Yeah, the midriff. Yeah.
They got to bring the midriff back. They got to
nah, they can't do that. Nah, man.
Let the boys have fun.
But the boys be man. Your stomach get cut, then what?
That's true.
It's a different ball game. It's a different ball game, man.
They do it.
Julio back to 1.
Julio back to 1.
Julio back to 1.
It's too late for Julio. If he ain't the same, he ain't that number 1 Julio number.
Yeah, because I was thinking Joe Hayden back to 5, but
nah, hell no.
He's back, hopefully in the league. Hopefully,
he was Pro Bowl last year.
Hopefully,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I had to.
Y'all old ass cornerbacks ain't nothing.
That's true.
Xavier Rose played out
Xavier Rose
last
still
year.
here.
Yeah, but he ain't better than he went Pro Bowl.
He better than Joe Hayden.
You're damn lie. He was a Pro Bowler. Xavier Rose got traded.
And it was a great trade.
No, he got cut.
True.
He got cut. He got cut. I'm sick we didn't get to see Deion wearing that too, though. Deion in that too?
Florida State too. Shout out that Garner and gold, man.
Percy Harvin in that 1?
Oh, God.
Sheesh.
Percy Harvin that 1 was cold.
Hey, Percy Harvin in that 1. Cam Newton. And then we out of here. We go into the second half. Cam Newton said, hey, people don't talk about Percy Harvin is the coldest wide receiver I ever played with, dog.
It's true. College Percy Harvin was different.
I've seen 3 great athletes say Percy Harvin was one of the best players they've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ain't no question.
I can't dispute that.
You can't dispute that.
Speed was unbelievable.
That's stupid. Yeah, nah, for sure. And we tried to replicate it with Brandon James and all those guys.
Nah,
even Kadarius Toney. Shit ain't.
If I ever met Tim Tebow, the first thing I would ask him, how good was Percy Harvin?
I know not the first thing I asked Tim Tebow, but I ain't gonna date on this show.
You guys ready to get started the second half?
Let's do it.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2021 NFL Draft Player Comparison Show. Before we get started, I am Jay Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
The top college football players have been household names for months. Have been picked apart through their individual pro days. All these players feature special traits that allow them to dominate at the collegiate level. The difficulty in evaluating these guys, if they have strong enough traits to compete in the NFL. Now, some of these comparisons aren't as lofty as you say the Hall of Fame players. Some might toss around. I'm going to say no names. But there's absolutely no shame drawing similarities to a Pro Bowl caliber player. Looking at the top players from this year's draft pool, we're here to predict by the end of their rookie contract, which is 4 years from now, okay, what pro comparisons do each of these guys deserve. So what we're saying is, by the time Weezy is a 4-year, what position you play, Weezy? Running back? Yeah.
I'm a slot.
You slot wide receiver? Okay. By the time Weezy is in his 4th year of his contract as a slot wide receiver, will he look more like Wes Welker, or will he look more like Antonio Brown?
I don't know about AB. I don't know if I got AB in me.
Wes Welker's a winner.
That's what
That's
going
for
on.
sure. So let's do it, man. Let's kick it off. Number 1 is Trevor Lawrence, quarterback from Clemson. By the end of his rookie deal, Weezy, who will he look like?
End of his rookie deal, man. This guy has all the measurables. Arm is crazy. I thought really, I couldn't go with nobody. I had to go Andrew Luck. I had to go Andrew Luck on this one. I did. I'm not saying no, and it could. Andrew, no, y'all. No, Andrew Luck was a good player, but because of injuries, we didn't see it.
That's true.
This guy, like they said coming out, he's a can't miss product. They said the same thing about Andrew Luck, and he would have been a can't miss product if it wasn't for injuries.
Same thing about Peyton Manning.
Same thing about Peyton Manning. So I'm gonna go with Andrew Luck on this one.
What you got, Jeff?
It's perfect, but it's all got to go right for him, and I don't know if Jacksonville can make it go right for him.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler.
Oh God! Hey, Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler throw the football though.
Jay Cutler has.
Hey, now you pod. Hey, we've been trying to get to the next level.
I'm just saying,
and that's how you get to the next level, Jeff.
Just saying.
Why, Jay?
Because the arm is there, the talent is there. I mean, you gotta remember, young Jay Cutler. I forget exactly which year, but he did play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was racing.
Yeah, that's when he had Brandon Walsh and all them.
Yeah. But Jay Cutler was a solid pro when he wanted to be. I think Trevor Lawrence, yes, he has can't miss capabilities, but we're putting a lot on the kid out the gate. So if he's Jay Cutler to start his career off, I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
And rounds into maybe Andrew Luck or a late, John Elway type thing or something like that. Cool. But Jay Cutler to start off.
Okay. My pick is Josh Allen, man. It's the physical traits seem to tie these players together. Both quarterbacks listed right around 6'6". Both are able to move around, gunslingers, and also very mobile. Difficult to plan against. I think Allen is fresh to what I think he's having the best year of his NFL career so far.
34 to death for him too.
So in turn, give me Josh Allen for Trevor Lawrence. Let's move on to number 2. We have Zach Wilson, quarterback from BYU, Weezy. By the end of his rookie deal, what would Zach Wilson look like?
Zach Wilson is dangerously accurate.
Okay.
He can scramble a little bit.
A little bit.
He's not a burner though, but he can get away from.
He can get out there.
Steve Young.
Man, kiss my ass.
I'm just saying.
You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Is the trace not there?
You see where we at?
Hey, y'all
they just went to the same school, dog.
Yeah, hey. Trace was there. The trace was there.
You see where we at? We just on number 2.
Hey.
Damn.
It's gonna be a good show, baby.
Okay. I'm Steve Young. Okay, I'll say it. Zach Wilson may be my favorite quarterback in this draft.
Yeah, come on, Jill. That's what I'm talking about. Come on.
Draft. Simply because of how he stood up for BYU, will play anybody, anywhere. I like them kind of players. I think by the end of his rookie contract, he's going to be Kirk Cousins with more moxie.
I see where you're going. I see what you're doing.
Bravado Kirk Cousins.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. Yeah. I ain't saying Hall of Fame out the gate, for sure. But I just like the way he carries himself as a quarterback. Kirk Cousins.
I'm going with a similar bravado, same headband.
Yeah.
Going with Baker Mayfield.
Oh, shit.
The toughest comparison in this class is Zach Wilson. Just like Baker, they both don't like to sit in the pocket. They wait to see receivers get to their routes.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
Impatience, what does that lead to? Interceptions.
Okay.
Wilson's the same way, man. Like Weezy said, he can make all the throws, powerful arm, but it's not as accurate on the move. Great potential, but don't be surprised if that flash outweighs his impact. So I got Baker Mayfield for Zach Wilson. Moving on to my guy.
You go
Justin
first.
Fields.
You go first.
Quarterback for Ohio State.
Right.
By the end of his rookie deal, I have Justin Fields, Deshaun Watson, man. Minus the massages.
That's the okay. First time we mentioned that. But all right.
You know what I'm saying? Very accurate, all levels, crazy arm, athletic. He can do everything. Deshaun Watson never been known as a run first quarterback, right?
Okay.
But he can get out.
He can get out there.
Something to be said, Wade Fields plays out on the turf, just period, man. Just a great player, capable of scrambling, eluding defenders if you need to, but he's going to use his arm first. So I see Deshaun Watson with Justin Fields. What you got, Jeff?
Similar take, different quarterback. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson.
I ain't laughing. I said, yo, I ain't gonna laugh at you because I
Here's
know.
why I say that.
I'm cool with that.
Here's why I say that. At the end of the day, I think Ohio State's offense hampered everything Justin Fields could do.
Agree.
He can make every throw. He's the only quarterback that we're watching right now they actually show negative things about. So everyone in this draft that they show is all their positives. Justin Fields, we lead with his negatives. They are perceived negatives.
Just like they did with who? Deshaun Watson.
Absolutely. But here's why I say Russ. Because everything you said about the pocket, Russ in the pocket can make the throws. Can make every throw you want. And I think Justin Fields, by 4 years in, we're going to be looking at him. If he's in, of course, it's all predicated on the right situation.
Injuries and
right situation.
Yeah.
He can be right there.
Okay.
Now, I'm telling you, I've told you I put you up on this wall like a
No, you're
scarecrow.
right.
Be
All right,
careful.
listen. Justin Fields, man, when he coming out, they said super athletic, can do everything, he make all the passes, can run, get out, can do all, he do everything, right? It was one more player I remember coming out of college, and they said the same thing about him.
He popping his knuckles.
And after 4 years, he reminded me of Cordell Stewart.
This motherfucker said Cordell.
Cordell Stewart. Did they not say that about Cordell Stewart coming out of college?
If it wasn't no COVID, I promise you, I would have tackled you on this bitch.
So
Cordell Stewart, dog.
Cordell Stewart is what he remind me of.
Cordell Stewart.
I'm just telling. What you want me to give him, Michael Vick?
He couldn't make throws. Cordell Stewart can't make throws. Ryan Day literally said. Ryan Day literally said his coach. He said, "I've never had a quarterback that was able to consume plays." I tell him one thing one time, and he put it on the field.
Cordell Stewart couldn't make throws.
Cordell Stewart ain't never doing that.
He ain't make throws.
Couldn't throw.
Now, did we see Justin Fields make the throws when he needed to in the championship game?
In the championship game, where he?
I'm just telling what I seen last. What I seen last. Jeff, am I lying, Jeff?
What you talking about? He didn't have a bad game. He was hurt. He wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt.
He got hurt in the game.
No, he got hurt the game before.
I thought he got hurt the game before.
Yeah, he got hurt the game. I'm just saying. Did he?
So what are we talking about? He wasn't hurt.
Did he miss some throws, Jeff?
Was he hurt?
That game, I remember some late.
Yes or no? Did he miss throws?
Yeah, he had
Cordell Stewart, dog.
Cordell Stewart.
Okay.
Damn right.
Cordell Stewart. Cordell Stewart.
Hey,
Said Cordell Stewart.
Y'all, Cordell Stewart super athletic. Yeah, you shitting on Cordell Stewart.
What the fuck are you talking? So was Seneca
Justin
Wallace.
Fields.
So was Seneca Wallace.
Hey,
we have talked about Cordell Stewart and Seneca Wallace. This is gonna be a fun ass show.
I can't break up Mark Brunell. Here we go. Let's go, man.
Mark Brunell wasn't fast.
No, he wasn't fast, but he was serviceable.
He can get out of there.
No, he couldn't.
Mark Brunell.
You don't bring up when you think of fast twitch quarterbacks. Mark Brunell's the 48th quarterback.
Okay, I didn't know we were talking about that. I'm sorry. I was in the back end of that. Sorry.
I say Cordell Stewart. Cordell Stewart. But then he said Trevor Lawrence is Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
Let's do this next one. The next person we have on our list is Trey Lance, quarterback from North Dakota State. Weezy, who, by the end of his rookie deal, who will Trey Lance?
I got Trey Lance coming out of college. He didn't make a lot of passes. He didn't throw the ball a lot. From what I seen, I didn't see much of it.
Jeremy.
But I got Trey Lance and Dak Prescott.
That's solid.
Dak Prescott.
That's solid.
Everything I do is solid. Yeah.
You mean to sit and tell me?
Shit.
From what you saw in Justin Fields, you saw in Trey Lance, and he was playing against TSU every night.
Yeah, Dak Prescott.
I agree with Dak Prescott. Yeah. But I didn't say nothing bad about Justin. I gave him Russell Wilson.
Yeah. No, it wasn't you. I'm not talking about you.
If you want to crown his ass, then crown his ass, Jay.
I've already crowned him.
Yeah, don't want to give him Steve McNair. Don't want to give him.
Whoa.
I'm just saying you want to
leave 9 out of this.
I'm just saying Jay want to crown him. I want to give him Michael Vick.
What you got, Jeff?
I'm going with Dak Prescott as well. Yeah, I'm going with Dak Prescott as well.
Trey Lance is in a uniquely small group, man. Been a few examples of a playmaker who runs as well as he does, has the arm talent. The only person I can think of is Colin Kaepernick. The way that he can adjust to NFL reads will be even more difficult. I think barring any significant improvement, his mechanics, be a stellar processor, man, in the pocket. It's possible I could see him oscillating between exciting and frustrating, which is Colin Kaepernick for sure. So
first 4 years, Colin Kaepernick. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad
at that.
So,
okay. All
right. Let's move right along to Mac Jones. Jeff, no disrespect. I'm going right back to Weezy with this one. Quarterback of Alabama. By the end of his rookie deal, what will Mac Jones look like?
I know why you're going right back to Weezy.
Now this is this right here is your boy from that Jeff said from Minnesota. Kirk Cousins.
So you think Mac Jones will look like $100 million quarterback, but Cordell Stewart never even got $10 million in the NFL?
Wait. Let's be honest. That $100 million from that $100 million that he has is not. Come on, man.
When he walks into the bank, they say, "Hello, Mr. Cousins."
Yeah, I'm not.
What is in your checking account
we both know
it's $100 million.
But we both know he don't deserve $100 million. We're talking about talent wise. They just gave it to him. They like Kirk Cousins. He's a nice guy. They just gave it to him. Matt Jones is a serviceable quarterback.
Mitchell Trubisky. That's who I got. Mitchell Trubisky is for Mac Jones.
I'm telling you, he better than Mitchell Trubisky right now.
I don't see it.
No, he doesn't.
I don't see it.
I mean, his physical traits, man, are good enough to be an NFL starter, like Mitchell Trubisky, right? But not great. He throws short. Two of the greatest wide receivers in college football last year.
That's the thing.
He had that dominant staff around him, good at executing what's there, but he's not confident out there. A team will roll the dice and draft him, but I think he's the most scheme-dependent talent in the top 5 quarterbacks and the biggest risk of all of these quarterbacks. I got him being Nick Foles.
And a future 49er.
I say it on the show every week. If we draft if we draft Mac Jones, I'm done.
You be a Titans fan.
And I'm not. I'm a fan of
Mafia.
Justin Fields.
We're taking the Mafia.
I'll be a player fan.
Oh, okay.
Of Kyler Murray.
We're taking the Mafia.
Kyler Murray.
We'll put you through a table.
Let's move right along to the number 6 player on our list with Kyle Pitts, tight end from University of Florida. By the end of his rookie deal, who would this player be, Jeff?
Can I do 2?
Let's just do one.
Can I do like a scenario?
I thought about that too.
Vernon Davis and Julio Jones had a baby.
Okay.
It's
I like
him.
that. I like that.
That's what he would look like.
I got a little hybrid going too, so I'm with that. Yeah.
I like that hybrid. I'm gonna go one player.
I promise you. I'm telling you.
Kyle Pitts, man. You really can't. He's good. Kyle Pitts is good. I give you that. Kyle Pitts is good. But you really can't put him in a boat of a good tight end.
Yes, you
I went early Jimmy G. I mean not Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham. He faster than Jimmy Graham, but I got
He faster than Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
But he's faster than Jimmy Graham. I wanted to go Megatron, but you can't go Megatron.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's a top receiver, playmaker, whatever you want to call him. I got him a mix between Darren Waller with
Megatron.
with the speed of a wide receiver. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Darren Waller is cold. He cold. He's Travis Kelce good, but he's faster than Travis Kelce. Yeah. So in turn, he can play in the slot. You can line him up on the outside, X, Y. He could be as good as Allen Robinson if he just decided to be a wide receiver. He just so happens to be a tight end, man. I'm telling you, man, Hall of Famer. Put it up. Hall of Famer, dog. Dude, I've seen him. My coach, Dan Mullen, was talking about it yesterday. He literally said, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do next year because I had Kadarius Toney in the slot and I had Kyle Pitts. We don't have those players anymore, and that was my whole offense. This kid is going to be great in the NFL. Can't wait to get him on Mad, for sure. Let's move right along to our number 7 player on the list, Penei Sewell, offensive tackle from Oregon. By the end of his rookie deal, Jeff, this is your position. Who will he be?
He sets I don't have a player for him, but I have a scenario. He sets the bar for what tackles will be paid going forward. That's how good he is. Mm-hmm. So when his contract is up, when his rookie contract is up, they're going to back the Brinks up.
Oh, yeah.
And pay him.
Yeah.
He's going to get paid numbers like a skill position. Like that's what I mean.
Transcendent.
Oh, my God.
Cold.
Pay him.
Cold.
Pay him.
I'm going to roll with Jeff on that because I couldn't think of a play either.
Yeah.
I was going to go Taylor Lewan, but the way Jeff talking, he better than Taylor Lewan.
He better than Taylor Lewan tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. I have Jason Peters the staple.
Solid.
At left tackle for the Eagles. Yeah, he
us.
played for the Bills.
Should have been still us.
Yeah.
We couldn't pay him, though. We
couldn't pay him. Yeah. Because the thing is, he's a very wide fellow.
Yes.
JP is the same way. Yeah. And Peters wasn't even drafted, but given the opportunity, he got in there and he killed for you guys and then transferred on to bigger and better things for the Eagles.
So we seeing this kid's going to be better than Tyron Smith?
He's so much bigger than Tyron Smith, though.
Tyron Smith's a monster.
But he's just bigger than him. Like, he's a wide dude, man. This kid's a monster.
He would be number one pick. If it wasn't for Trevor Lawrence, he'd be number one pick.
If it wasn't for 5 quarterbacks needing to be drafted in the first, he's the best tackle we've seen in years. He's that good. He won't go till like 5 or 6. Yeah. That's insane. Whew. Let's move right along to the next person, number 8 on our list, Devontae Smith, wide receiver from Alabama. Weezy, by the end of his rookie deal, who will this player be?
Devontae Smith, undersized, not really a burner, but don't drop the ball.
He's fast.
I went Isaac Bruce on this one. Isaac Bruce. Is that shitting on him?
No.
Oh, why you look at me like that? What's wrong with that?
Isaac Bruce, big dude, man.
No, Isaac Bruce ain't that big.
Yes. Yeah, big dude. Isaac Bruce, big dude, man.
Isaac Bruce is not 6 foot.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I think career-wise, he's going to look like Allen Robinson by the time you're 4 roll.
Now, that's a big guy.
I'm not talking about like looks. Like I'm talking about what his career is going to mimic and how he's going to perform. He's going to look like Allen Robinson.
No, they're the same. No, he's 6 feet. I'm talking about, but when he came out, he wasn't 170 pounds.
No, nobody is.
Shit, yes, you get the damn lie. There's a lot of people that came out 170 pounds, like small like him, for sure. I'm gonna tell you exactly who it was. What's the kid name to play for Alabama? Calvin Ridley. He was small like that too. Yeah, I mean, but they're the same height. I see what you're saying. I have more of a DJ Moore, plays for Carolina Panthers. We've rarely seen a player with this type of body style excel in the NFL. Just small, man. His production would depend on whether you can put him in different situations. You remember, what's the kid that came out of Alabama and everybody loved? Henry Ruggs.
Mm-hmm.
You have to literally scheme to get him into games. He's not going to be able to do that because of his size, because Jalen Ramsey is going to put him in the trunk. He ain't going to let him get off the line too small.
Okay.
That's why Henry Ruggs is in the slot, or you have to use him as a wide receiver, running back type. I think he'll still make big time plays, but he's going to have some physical limitations that require you have to scheme in ways to get him open. So, it's just, he can't win because you have Waddle right here. It's going to be tough, man. So, yeah, got DJ Moore. Moving on to Jamar Chase, wide receiver from LSU. By the end of his rookie deal, Jeff, who does this player look like?
To me, he's going to have that Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolden type of career.
Sure.
Just you sign him and you put him there. He's on your team. You know what you got week in and week out. He's going to perform. He's going to be a professional. He's going to be one of the best guys in your locker room and one of the best guys on your team. So that's what I got with the kid right there.
Sure. What about you, Weezy?
I had Reggie Wayne on this one.
I like that.
I had Reggie Wayne on this one. This dude can catch everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Reggie Wayne wasn't no burner, but this dude might be a burner though.
Yeah.
Reggie Wayne.
Yeah. People don't realize how good this kid was. He won the Biletnikoff.
True.
And then set out his junior year. So you know what? I'm just going to chill, get ready, get bigger. COVID. I got Antonio Brown, man. Because you look at this kid, he plays like he's 6'4".
True.
He's 6 feet.
Very true.
But he plays so strong, man. The way that he cuts in and out of his breaks, the way that he runs his routes, very similar to AB, man. He got the potential to be an outside or a slot. I think he has the best hands in this entire class at the wide receiver position. He'll be a safety valve, man, early in his career. He's going to be solid, man. And I think Jamar Chase is special, man. We just don't even realize it. Moving on to number 10, we have Jalen Waddle, wide receiver from Alabama, Weezy. By the end of his rookie deal, who does this player look like?
This kid right here is a blazing fast dude.
Sure.
Jay says he has one route. He got one route, Jay?
In Alabama, he did. Because he was limited with that quarterback. Mac couldn't get it out there to him.
So I went Deshaun
Jackson.
Ain't bad.
Ain't bad. That's solid right there with the speed.
With the speed. I was gonna go the other dude, but he's still fast, so he still can play. And I play for the Saints. Still fast right now.
Ted Ginn.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I went.
You went Ted Ginn?
I went Ted Ginn. Worst case scenario, best case scenario is Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
He's got to be in the right situation.
Yeah.
He's got to have a quarterback that can get him the ball. Because in the NFL, those go routes and their one route is not going to be open every time like it was at Alabama. Nah. Because they can scheme for that. So he in the right scenario, he can be up there with Tyreek Hill. Yeah. But if not, Ted Ginn. When Ted Ginn was a great pro. He stayed around, had a great Super Bowl. Yeah. But
I think this will be the least effective NFL player. And it's still, I think he'll be Chris Godwin, man. I have Miss Chris Godwin. I think he's the best receiver on that Alabama squad right now coming out as far as well-roundedness. But the thing is with him, he needs another person, X or Y, to play alongside. He can't be the feature wide receiver. And I think getting him into a less stacked offense, man, will help his highlights. Taking him in the first receiver should be on the minds of every front office. Everybody would love to have Chris Godwin, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think he'll be straight. Yeah,
love him in the Mafia.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk a little defense. Move on to number 11, Patrick Surtain, second cornerback from Alabama. By the end of his rookie deal, Jeff, who's this guy? Go ahead.
I'm going Richard Sherman, taking away the whole just going one side of the field. I think this guy's going to go around the whole football field, guard whoever, but his size and strength, it reminds me of Richard Sherman, though.
Yep. Who you got, Weezy?
Pac-Man Jones. Pac-Man Jones.
This kid 6'2", man. Pac-Man Jones 5'8".
But hey, this kid right here is athletic. Pac-Man Jones, playmaker. This kid right here is a playmaker.
I miss Pac-Man, dog.
Pac-Man Jones.
I miss Pac-Man.
That's my guy, too.
Y'all had a little beef.
We sure did. We sure had a little beef.
Okay.
We're good, though.
My pick is Byron Jones, man. Is with any tall cornerback. Can be beaten quick. I seen him exposed. I seen him get exposed. Y'all don't want to talk about that? Y'all want to talk about when Alabama, he got his ass exposed. Nobody wants to talk about that. Okay. Yeah, he had his hands exposed.
We're being optimistic for the kids, Jay.
We got it exposed. This is the thing, though. But you got to put him in man-heavy cover 3 scheme.
Absolutely.
Give him a platform to kind of be the star. But his pure cover skills are great. And I think with Byron Jones, he was one of the highest paid cornerbacks a couple of years back. Stop any team from getting him. I would love to have Byron Jones on my team. He'll be great. Patrick Surtain, too. Okay. All right, move right along to J.C. Horn, cornerback from South Carolina, Weezy. Who's this guy?
This guy right here he's a big guy. Yeah. I mean, he was not a big guy.
Yeah, but he's a big-time athlete. That's what you're saying?
Right, big-time athlete. Got a lot of swag about him.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
So, and he's a good athlete. He's good at the corner position.
I agree.
I had Aqib Talib right here. Aqib Talib.
I like that. That's your best one all day.
No, it's not.
That's your best one all day.
No, it's not.
I mean, that's your most accurate one.
No,
you've been off.
I was pretty accurate on Justin Fields.
Nah, you've been off. What you got, Jeff?
I'm sorry. No. With this one, like you said, he's a talker. He's a talker. Yeah. I like it. I like my corners to talk a little bit.
Spicy.
Yeah. Xavier Rhodes.
That's a bad one. That's a bad one.
When your best one.
No, I'm just being. I just wanted to say what Jeff was saying. Here's what I have from him seriously though.
Okay.
To me, I think at the end of his
Southside Chuck.
Yeah, I just want to get about it. No. It's on my list. I want to mess with about Xavier Rhodes. He's you know what I mean?
Southside Chuck.
To me, I had a scenario for the kid. I said that when his contract is up, he's going to end up getting traded for right before his contract or getting signed by a team that needs a player, like a Super Bowl contender team. He's going to be that type of impact for a team. And I also have him as somebody like my guy, Lattimore in New Orleans.
Yeah, I can see that. Lattimore makes sense. Yeah, for sure. I have Jair Alexander, man. I think this kid is one of the best man coverage corners to come out in quite some time. I haven't seen anybody on film like this kid, man. Elite coverage, ball skills make up for the lack of run defense because he's not going to tackle it. He's not tackling. No, he's not coming there to tackle. He's cover. He's a cover corner. Very physical at the line when the receivers know right there he's going to be in your shit. You're not getting off that line. Won't play zone, but he can play zone, but he's better in man in a pass-happy league. JC, man, my favorite cornerback in this entire draft, man. Strengths will far outweigh his weaknesses, man. I think he's going to be a dog. Jay Alexander's a dog.
Okay, Lattimore's a dog.
He went better than Jay Alexander. Jay Alexander, I think he'll be a top 7 cornerback, number 1 cornerback this year in our top 7 list for sure. Let's move right along to number 13, Najee Harris, running back from Alabama. Weezy, by the end of his rookie deal, who will this player be?
Najee Harris, man, doesn't go down after the first hit.
Mm-mm.
He's one of the running backs that don't bounce. He don't bounce to the outside all the time. He takes on the punishment. After his first, but he will burn you if he gets outside the numbers.
Sure.
I went with beast mode right here.
Okay.
I went with beast mode. Beast mode is not gonna burn her. He's not a burner, but this beast mode likes the contact.
Sure.
And Najee Harris get you a first down. Right in the middle.
Gotcha. What you got, Jeff?
I went Matt Forte.
Yeah, that's him.
I went Matt Forte. Complete back. Definitely somebody that, fantasy. If my fantasy players out there, it's a guy you want. Yeah, you want Najee Harris.
Yeah, sure.
He's on my team next year. I'm calling it.
Yeah, sure.
Wherever you go.
You can have him.
Yeah, and his last 2 years at Alabama, he really established himself as a little bit more of a dual threat in the backfield. Yes. He might not be the top rated running back this year, but I think he's a very, very high chance of being the best running back in this entire draft. So give me Najee Harris and Matt Forte. Matt Forte was cold. Yes. He's played for a really bad Bears.
Yeah, but he was cold for a limited amount of time.
Nah, he was cold for a very long time. What are you talking about? 8 good years. Matt Forte with the Bears?
I don't think he had 8 good years. I don't believe that.
Let's move right along to the next person. It's Micah Parsons, linebacker from Penn State. By the end of his rookie deal, Jeff, who would this player be?
He's going to be right there with the rest of those young linebackers that are in the league right now. Mm-hmm. Your Devin Whites, your Devin Bushes, and Darius Leonards. This is next in line for them guys.
Bring a Fred Warner. Bring a Fred Warner. Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the entire NFL. You know who number one? Bobby Wagner.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
I'm talking about young guys.
Young guys. Fred Warner's 26.
Okay, Fred Warner. But you said Bobby Wagner.
I'm just saying, but he's the best. I'm just saying Bobby Wagner's the best.
I'm just saying where he's gonna be like as succession goes. It goes to him next. It goes to him. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. That's it. For sure. What you got, Weezy?
Small scale, he's fast. This guy is fast. Sideline to sideline. Small scale, Zach Brown. Zach Brown was fast. Large scale, we go. What? Darius Leonard.
Yeah. Zach Brown was pretty fast. Dude, that's the first thing you're not gonna say is Zach Brown's fast. He can tackle.
No, Zach.
He's sideline.
I'll give you right now. Zach Brown. I don't know what he did to get the lead, but he
did.
He was super underrated.
Statue at the weekend. That's how he in the league.
I didn't want to speak on that. He made his own band.
Yeah. My pick for this guy is Jalen Smith, my guy for the Cowboys, man. Same exact height, same exact weight. Parsons a little bit able to be a little bit more aggressive as far as his athleticism. But this kid, man, number of linebackers, like Jeff mentioned, been able to transition into the NFL and be immediate people. Devin White, Devin Bush, Darius Leonard. But this dude, he has a talent to stop in this be a day one starter, man. Yeah. Whoever decides to pick him, it's the best linebacker in the draft. Michael Parsons, linebacker, Penn State. Our last person on the list is Travis Etienne, running back from Clemson. By the end of his rookie deal, Jeff, who will this guy be?
I hope by the end of his rookie deal, he's getting a large contract by the Mafia. I hope we draft him. We need him.
Yeah,
we need him. But as far as a player comparison, best case scenario, because our quarterback's going to have to throw to him a lot out of the backfield to help him out with his regression this year. Watch that happen. I'm going with Alvin Kamara.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people saying Etienne is Alvin Kamara.
He took the words out of my mouth. Alvin Kamara.
I got Austin Eckler. Okay. Just the way that he, weaves through defenders, and they're also dual threats at the running back position.
That's not a slight at all.
Sky's the limit for this guy, man. The only thing you got to worry about, if you're under 220 pounds in the NFL, injuries happen. The shelf life isn't that long.
Unless you're Derrick Henry.
Under 200.
I thought you over. My bad. I thought you over. My bad.
If he's used out in space, though, he's a special talent, man. I love him. I would love to have him as one of the running backs in that stable of running backs in San Francisco. I want all of these players. If I could get all 15 of these players.
Yeah. This is my favorite player.
On Madden, you would figure out how to do it.
This is my favorite running back in the draft right here. I wanted.
I just see what you said.
Yeah, this is my favorite running back. Like you said, your favorite running back. I think he'd be better than.
I think he'd be better than Najee Harris. It really depends on where they go. Because if they both go to the Jets, they're screwed. You see what I'm saying? You got to go to a program that develops players, man. And ETN's
go to the Mafia.
You guys have been doing really well with developing players.
Give me a player that we didn't name on this list. Who y'all want on your team?
It's a really great question, man.
Just like not in the top 15. Just give us underrated. Like, all right, give me him. I'll take him. No matter what pick you get him.
Give me Marco Wilson, man, from Florida.
Marco Wilson.
He got a lot to prove. He threw that shoe, lost us a very big game, but he has a lot to prove. He's a really good corner. He's cold.
Give me my guy from Florida State, and his name escapes me right now, and I feel bad for that.
Marvin Wilson,
just because we need that depth on D tackle, and we need him. And he ruined it a little bit last year. He can turn around with the Mafia.
Give me Elijah Moore right now today.
You love Elijah Moore.
Ooh, we get Elijah Moore in the slot. They in
Y'all got
trouble.
him already though. AJ Brown, they same play.
No, they're not. No, they're not. AJ Brown's our number one. He's an outside. He's our number one. He put him in the slot.
He plays slot though.
Yeah, when we move around, he can play anywhere. But we get Elijah Moore. We couldn't get Elijah Moore to do what the guy did, the little white dude, the guy
Adam Humphries.
Adam Humphries did.
Yeah, check ball.
In trouble.
So we need a cornerback. I want J.C. Horn so bad. We would have got J.C. Horn at 12 too.
True. He'd have been there.
He would have been there.
He'd have been there.
But we're gonna get Justin Fields, so I'll be happy. I tell you, we'll get Justin Fields. I'm gonna be so goddamn sad.
Come over to the crib, watch the draft with me.
Man, it'll never happen. I'll watch the second day.
No, come on, like first day, watch the draft.
It'll never.
I'll come to your crib, watch the draft for sure.
It'll never happen, dog.
No, I'm coming to your crib, watch the draft with you. You still live in
wow. That's a great show, man. Hey, my boy said he gonna be Cordell Stewart.
I was gonna give him Jamarcus Russell, but I was gonna go.
And now for real, I'd have left. Y'all had to finish the show without me.
Is there Jamarcus Russell on this in this draft?
Nah,
quite possible.
Nah, it ain't nobody. It's Jamarcus Russell, dog.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Oh, you mean just by bust, or do you mean like?
Not just like not about bust. Like I'm talking about, is there Jamarcus Russell in this draft?
Oh, okay.
Who is it, dog?
Kyle Trask.
Hey, watch what Kyle.
We got a bet right that he in the first round, right? You know that, right? Yeah, we got.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'll keep that bet.
Yeah, you
Hell
gonna
is
have
you talking
to.
about?
He
He
gonna
good.
have to.
Watch what Kyle Trask do. Watch. He
He
get
ain't going in the first round, bro.
I'm telling you, 5 going in the top 10.
He ain't going in the first round.
5 are going in the top 10. I guarantee the Saints get him.
Oh, here you gonna play with James Winston. He'll play then. He'll play.
See what I'm saying? He called a black quarterback Cordell Stewart.
He'll play.
But then you're right. Okay. The tweets with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Weezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Damn right. Jeff.
Camera's always on, brother.
Cameraman, the revolution will be podcasted. We are out.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, please check out the YouTube page and wherever you find your favorite podcast. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Purchase your track today.
The revolution will be podcasted.